Ordinarily, I was supposed to start by looking at your assignment, but I'll do that at the end of the lecture. Right. So last time during our engagement, we discussed percentages too, where we have not discussed everything. We looked at the introductory phase. So we started looking at what compound interest is. So we illustrated with examples, but it's a section of this lecture I did not record. Okay, I did not record. And that has to do with how you now have to solve. Because to begin, you have to introduce certain formulas and certain initials so that going forward, you have the ability to use those initials or initials, and it will make sense. And I always tell you that for your math exam, for your WASI and NOVDEC, for every solution there must be a method. All right, so I'm gonna use a past question. No, or we can use the assignments I gave you to illustrate. So can I have one of you read that to me, please? Don't give me a hard time, okay? One of you should read for me. You can just speak out loud. I can hear you. You read the question to me. I don't want the question that asks you to calculate for the simple interest. I want the other one. Let's go, please.
A man deposited 800.
A man, just a moment. A man deposited 800. Go on.
In a bank at
But be
12%.
specific. It was 800 Ghana cedis.
Yes, please.
Yeah, please hold on. Let me put it right. In a bank. Okay. Go on.
In a bank at 12% compound interest per annum.
Okay. Compound interest. Is someone calling me? If someone called me, speak.
Not showing.
Come again.
What you are writing, is it supposed to show on the screen?
Yeah, it should, please.
It's not showing.
I'm sharing my screen too. Hold on for a minute. It shows here I'm sharing my screen.
You have the math on it.
Yeah, I'm just writing what she's telling me. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Let me see what's going on. I'm able to see what's happening here. Just a moment. Meeting. Show meeting. Yeah, I guess it wasn't. Times. Can you see now?
Yes.
You can see. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Was it Claudia or Cassandra helping me out? The reading.
Sir.
Who was reading?
Cassandra.
Okay, please go ahead. Per annum. Man deposited 800 Ghana cedis in a bank at 12% compound interest per annum. Go on.
Find
Hmm?
this amount at the end of the third year and the compound interest.
Oh, okay. Fine. Amount at the end of the third year.
Compound interest.
Okay. Oh, it was spelled for you at the end of the third year. Oh, sorry, I'm coming. At the end of the third year. Mm-hmm. And what?
And the compound interest.
Okay, and the compound interest. Thank you. Okay, so if you read this question very well, for many years now, WAEC hasn't introduced this to final year exams before until that was like 2 years ago. Yeah, and even that it was an off deck. So if you're talking about 2 years ago, we're looking at 2013, 2023 off deck year. That's when they brought it. And I think the WASI too, they introduced that. So we'll be expecting questions like these. Okay, right. So I told you that the question can come in two folds. They can just ask you to find the amount, or you can be asked to find the amount together with what? The compound interest. So questions like that, how would you handle it? So stick with me and let's see. So the same procedure I taught you in our previous lecture, this time we're just going to do the right thing by introducing the right formula. So solution. So you solve this back at home, but we're gonna make a better solution. So after this, I'll check your assignments. I've seen your messages from Grace. I saw that from Ahinkra. I saw that from Ajuan. I think a couple of people. All right. So the man deposited 800. So you already know the amount. Now, before we begin, we have to tell the one marking how we investigate for the interest. Okay. You have to tell the one marking how we investigate for interest. So you and I know that interest. So, sorry, interest. Yeah, so you and I know interest. Now put in brackets I, so that wherever you use I, we know you are calculating for interest. So interest, you and I know that interest is equal to the rate, right? Times the principal, the rate times the principal. Do you remember? Then after calculating for interest, all the time we calculate for amount. So you and I know that to calculate for amount amount is equal to the interest, right? The interest, okay, plus the new principal, or yeah, times principal. Okay, let me just write interest plus immediate principal. But last time in our lecture, I think I kind of used some kind of, I used some word. What was that? I like that more than this immediate principal. In our previous lecture, I used one word. What was that? If you know and you can share with me, I'll be glad. instead of immediate principal, I said something. I like to use that word much more than this. Okay, it's fine. So now let's begin. So those that are joining the lecture today, at least this will illustrate. So we are looking at the concept of compound interest. Pay attention because today I'm going to build on this. We are looking at the concept of compound interest. So a man has 800 cedis and he's taken to the bank because he feels when he keeps that at home, it will not be useful. He may end up even spending the money. But when he takes that to the bank, he knows he's earning some kind of interest on their money. Now, when he took it to the bank is saying the interest is what? 12% compound interest per annum. The word compound interest means a whole lot of stuff. So that's what we come to learn, okay? And it's 12% per annum. So meaning the bank said the interest is 12% per year. That means until a year is due. Listen, we are doing business, man. That means until a year is due, the interest, you are not earning an interest. The interest is given every year. Good. Now, the question says, find the month's amount at the end of the third year and the compound interest. So that means that the question needs you to find for us, since it's coming with 800, at the end of 3 years, if you decide to save with the bank at the end of 3 years, how much will be his money? How much interest has he acquired? Okay, and that's what we or accumulated, and that's what we are using as compound interest. Compound means something, compound, big. When you take mosquito has 2 eye, simple compound eye. The compound eye is assumed to be what? Big, same as this, right? Compound, big. The gross, or the largest interest. Okay, so to begin. Yeah, so to begin, you have to start with this formula. So now, if you see me writing I, you know what it is. Yeah, so let's start. So for year one, at the end of year one, this is how the bank will calculate its interest. It will be equal to the rate. So they said 12% of your money is given to you at the end of every year. Now, 12%, okay. If you want to transcribe it and solve, you divide by 100. That's the meaning of this thing. So times, so 12 over 100. They said they'll give you 12% of your money off times. So of your money, what's your money? 800 cedis. That'll be given to you at the end of every year. So at the end of the day, what are you getting? It's an interactive class. So what is the interest?
Six.
Hmm?
96 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, 96 Ghana cedis. All right. So now, he came in with 800 cedis. At the end of year one, he's having 96 cedis as interest. Now this is where we now get to understand the principle of compound interest. Okay. The principle says, if you want to continue for any other year, they will add the interest you've gotten to the money you brought. Okay. So the money you brought is 800. In all, he's having, what's the addition, please?
896 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, 896. I expect everyone to contribute because you all deal with money one way or the other. Okay. And I understand ladies love money. No one wants to be cheated. So you should contribute because we are just talking about money. Today you love the lecture. Because I'll open your eyes to a lot of things you'll not even see in the textbook. 896. All right. Now year two. Oops. The spelling is inaccurate. All right, so yeah, so you see, he came with 800. At the end of year one, he has 896. Now, but remember, he was saving with the bank for 3 years, so we have to go on. So year two, you know, to calculate for the interest, it's all about the rate. To calculate for the interest, it's all about what? It's all about the rate, which is 12 over what? 100, right? Times principal. Now your principal is 896, so your new money is 896. Be smart, else you'll be cheated. So what is the interest? The interest is final for me, 12 over 100, right? Times 896. Okay, 896. Guys, let me know what you are getting just to confirm from my end.
107.52.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. See, 107 107.52. Okay. Then what will be the amount? So now what's his new amount? Remember, his new money at the end of year one was 896. So now he has gotten an interest of 107 cedis, right? So if you want to know his amount, it will be 107.52 plus 896. 896. 896. Okay. So we are getting what as amount? Please check. I'm also checking 896. Please check for me.
1,003.52 Ghana cedis.
My dear, 1,000 and what? 3.52, right? Okay. Then let's continue. So remember, you are told he's saving for 3 years and you have to calculate for his amount at the end of the third year. So we still have 1 more year to go. Year 3 will be equal to what? Interest will be equal to 12, the rate, which is 12 over 100 times, yeah, office staff. Yeah, times Frank times what? Speak louder and I can hear you. Times what? Let's not waste our time. This is an assignment I gave you. I'm just solving. We've not even started today's lecture.
Frank isn't here.
Oh, madam, the list you sent me, I'm seeing Franco. Okay, you anyone at all? Anthony. Anthony.
Sir,
Yeah, so 1200 times what?
1003.
Yeah, 103. Okay. Very soon I'll start coming after those that have not been coming for class. So you are all warned. Okay. What is that? Yeah, 12 over 100. Also now the exam is approaching. I have to feed you with a lot of things. I want you guys all the time. They praise my students that they are smart, they are intelligent. I don't want to send students that are underprepared. Okay, so now you have to come to class at all costs. Okay, well, so if you're finding 12 over 100 of this, I'm getting 120.422. If you check from your, so this is what you should get, right? This is what you should get. So amount to be equal to what? Oh, something is missing here. Something is missing here. Something is missing here. So you have to introduce the currency. It's important. Okay, so 120.422. Yeah, so the amount will be 120 point what? 422, right? Plus points, right? Plus 1003.52. Guys, what are we getting? What are you getting, please?
1,230.942.
Yeah. 942. Have you seen it? There's the so watch. He went to the bank with. He went to the bank with. No, if I do it this way, you'll not see. He went to the bank with 800 Ghana cedis. Now, because of the interest he was getting every year, his money now is 1,123.942. Now, the question didn't just ask you to find the amount. It says find the compound interest too. It says find the amount at the end of the third year and the compound interest. And the compound interest. Compound interest means we want to know the total interest the person has gotten. And it can be found in two ways. How do I find the compound interest, guys? Help me out. Yes. There are two ways to find the compound interest. Now, you see, that approach, that approach, you see, it wasn't quoted in the solution at the start, right? It wasn't quoted. It's not part of the formulas here. So with that one, whatever you are doing, if it's a formula you want to initiate, you have to write. Okay, so how do we find the compound interest, guys? Yes. This is not what we are doing today. So let's hurry up. Compound interest. The
end of the third year minus the first principal.
Please louder, a bit louder, please.
Amount at the end of the third year.
Which is?
Minus, which is the 1,123.
Yeah, 1,123.942.
Minus 800 Ghana.
What is 800 cedis to us here?
The first principal.
Yeah, so the money you brought. So if you want to know the interest, the total interest you've gotten, when you were coming to the bank, how much money did you bring? Oh, I brought 800 cedis. How much are you taking home? You are taking 1,123.942. When you subtract it, you were able to know how much you have earned from the bank. It's obviously an interest. Okay, so what are we getting, guys? Just to confirm, I am getting from here 823.942. Are we on the same page, guys? Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page, please?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm moving on. Let me just check. Please hang on for a second. Just checking something. If there's any other question. Okay, that's it. Let's move on. So in our previous lecture, we actually did something like this. Okay, the only thing I added today is to show you how to solve properly. And I have informed you that you have to actually write the formulas before you introduce the solution. That's fine. I'm moving on to a new thing. I'm training you to understand the whole concept of compound interest and how questions can be asked and how you should maneuver your way out. Okay. But before I continue, I discussed with you the principle of simple interest in our previous lecture. Go and watch, where we even have a recorded session, so you can go and watch. Okay. Now, let's assume this is Anthony. So Anthony took 800 Ghana cedis to the bank. Listen, there's another kind of question they will ask you. He had 800 Ghana cedis. No, instead of keeping this money with me, I'm not using it. I may end up spending it. Let me go and give it to the bank. At least while the money is with them, he can earn some kind of interest from their money. So he took it to the bank. And the agreement he had with the bank is that he's going to save with them for 3 years. The bank's agreement with him is stated in a question. We'll give you an interest of 12% per year. We'll give you an interest of 12% per year. Okay? Yeah. Compound interest, they were specific. If they are not specific, look, if in a question, they just state at 12% interest per annum, take it as simple interest, okay? Most banks operate with simple interest. So what have you learned? If it's compound interest, it must be stated in the question, okay? If it's not stated in the question, if the kind of interest is not quoted in the question, take it as simple interest. Now, here is a question. Here is a question. They can tell you that Anthony deposited 800 Ghana cedis in a bank at 12% compound interest per annum. If at the end of the second year, he went to the bank to withdraw 100 Ghana cedis, find us the amounts at the end of the third year and the compound interest. Have you seen it? The same question, but posed differently. Again, they will tell you that Anthony took his money to the bank, okay, and the bank gave him his terms that, oh, our interest is 12% per annum compound interest, right? Now you are being told, and Anthony said, oh, I will save with you guys for 3 years. Now, in the course of the period, he had a funeral and had to go there to withdraw money, or he had an emergency. So they are telling you, if at the end of the second year, Anthony went to withdraw 200 Ghana cedis, we need to know his amount at the end of the third year and compound interest. Guys, how would you go about this question? I want everybody to contribute, especially the ladies, because you love money. Yes. How would you go about this question? It's not rocket science. Let's feel free. You see, if that part of the question wasn't there, you go through the process, right, to the end. Now you are being told that if at the end of the second year, he went to withdraw 200 Ghana cedis, find his amount at the end of the third year and compound interest. Yes, I want you guys to contribute. There's another way questions are asked. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me, please. Oh, you are all silent. Do you want me to ask the question again? Do you want me to ask the question again?
Okay.
Okay, I'm saying, so Anthony deposited 800 Ghana cedis in a bank at 12% per annum compound interest is there. If at the end of the second year, he withdrawn 200 Ghana cedis from the bank, find his amount and compound interest at the end of the 3-year period. So he's saving for 3 years. In year 2, he went to withdraw some money. Yes, talk to me. How would you approach this, guys? How will you approach this, please? Oh, come on. I'll mention
Subtract.
names. Yes, someone is on the floor. Talk to me.
Okay, you subtract the 200 Ghana cedis
Mhm.
from the amount for the second year. And when you get the amount, you find the interest.
Yes.
That
Okay. Yes, you are right. Look, guys, it's the same question. A man deposited 800 cedis in a bank at 12% compound interest per annum. And the question said, if at the end, I'm adding up, if at the end of the second year, he went to withdraw 200 Ghana cedis. Now, that's the only part that was fused in the question. Now, find the amount at the end of the third year in compound interest. They said, while he had given the money to the bank, he went to withdraw 200 Ghana cedis. When? That's the question you have to ask. He went to withdraw the money in year 2. Okay. Well, and what do you want me to find? Interest, compound interest and amount. Let's go through you just go through the process. Year 1, you do your interest, you do your amount, right? You do your interest, you do your amount. So you are here, isn't it? Year 2, you calculate for your what? Interest, and then you calculate for the amount, right? So year 2, you are here. Now, don't go to year 3 yet. Remember, they told you year 2, because year 1, this is his interest, 96. If you add 96 to the money, he's having 896. Then year 2, he was saving with the bank. So he had an interest of 107. Then that 107 would definitely, with compound interest, year 2, he's having 107 cedis as new money, like cash out. So it will be added to your 896, right? So now in year 2, his new money is 1,003 because he's saving with them, and every year the interest accumulates. So now he came with 800 cedis, but now his new money at the end of year 2 is 103. And remember, year 2, they said he came to withdraw some money. How much? 200. So it's at this point you subtract 1,000, that 200 cedis from 1,000 and what? 3. So the money, whatever money you will get, Patience, what will you get? What will you get? Don't think I don't know the souls in the classroom. I know all of you. Yes. Patience, what will you get? Please be fast so that we can move on. Patience, are you lost?
803.5.
Come again.
803.5.
I can't hear you. Speak loudly.
803.52.
Yes. So his new money was 103, but they said he came to withdraw 200. So he's left to what? 803.52, right? He's left to 803.52. Yeah. So this is new money now. So for year 3, if you calculate an interest to us 12% of his money, it will be 12% of 803. This is money. So this is what you carry on with. This is what you carry on with. So, well, we're going to illustrate that. I'm going to form a question. I'll solve that with you. Then I'll give you one. You do it yourself. Yeah. So yeah. So let's yeah. So that is it. That's what you do to the end. Okay. Let me form a question. Let's write. This will be a new question today, so too. So yeah, someone want to ask a question? I'm listening. Please speak
Yeah.
loudly, okay?
Please, no.
Okay, all right. Let's go on. Prince, let's write. Prince, I'm framing a new question. Prince deposited Prince deposited just a moment. He deposited 3,000 Ghana cedis. 3,000 Ghana cedis in a bank at 6% compound 6% compound interest. No, 6%. Let me be specific. Okay. 6% per annum. Per annum. Forgive me, I am actually spelling annum. Okay. Per annum compound interest. If at the end of, I don't want this to be long. So if at the end of the second year, he withdraws 150 Ghana cedis. Find the compound interest at the end of 3 years. Okay, finish up, right? And let's start work. Sorry. Right, and let's start work. I'll allow you a little time to write. Cassandra, check if everyone is done and I can continue.
Check if everyone is done.
Please, are you there?
Yes.
That's you said yes.
They are still writing.
They said they are done.
Okay. Hey, but are you guys writing? Like, do you write?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. So let's start. So it's the same thing. Prince, try and relate to the situation because I want you to understand. Prince has 3,000 cedis. You people try to relate to it, and you can be cheated. You can be cheated. He has 3,000 cedis. He says he's going to save with the bank for 3 years. Read the question. Find the compound interest at the end of 3 years, meaning he had decided to save with the bank for 3 years. Now, the bank also told you the per annum. The word annum means year, per year. The bank also is saying they are going to give you an interest of 6% per year. So if a year is not due, you are not enjoying any kind of what interest. So The bank says 6% per year interest. Okay. Now, remember, Prince, you are saving with the bank for 3 years. Now, in year 2, remember, he was short of money. He had an emergency. So he decided to go and withdraw 150 cedis. Don't forget that. So let's remember that. Now, we are going to enjoy this together. Let's begin. So year 1. So no. So before I start, what should I do? With what I've taught you so far, what should I do? What should I do? Hannah, what should I do with what I've taught you so far? Office staff. Buahima, what should I do? Mm-hmm. Come again. I struggle to hear you louder. Mm-hmm. Right, what? Oh, so you trying to say we should write a formula? Okay. So yeah. So you start. That's true. That's true. So you start by saying interest. Interest is equal to no. So guys, I like you to put I in bracket so that like anywhere we find it, we know it's interest. You are what investigating, right? So it's equal to rate times principal, right? Then the next one will be amount, right? All the time, how do you calculate for amounts? To calculate for amounts, it's equal to the interest you have had, okay, at the end of a tenor, okay, plus the immediate principal. You see, I use the word immediate principal because you know the principal is not constant, it changes. If I tell you rate times principal, if I tell you rate times sorry, if I tell you interest plus principal, someone who hadn't been through a lecture will think 800. You see the whole thing here. Meanwhile, it's actually the principal for the period. So you can even change by saying principal for the period anyhow. So year 1. So having written this, year 1, interest will be equal to rate is what? In a question, let me come down for you. The rate is 6%, right? Right? So that'll be 6 over 100 times. Oh, you can start doing it if you know you can be doing it, but don't hesitate to answer my question. 6 over 100 times the principal is what? 3,000, right? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, the interest is equal to, let's check it out. Someone can investigate it. 180. Yeah, right. So we flip up. So we get in 180. Yeah. Yeah. Now, so mind you, this was his money. This is the interest he has gotten. Now, so what is his new amount? It's important to know his new amount before you go to another year. So his new amount is 180, the new money he had from the bank, plus his money he brought, 3,000. That becomes his new amount. Bright, do you understand? Bright, can you hear me? Do you understand? Is he talking at all? Hello? Wait, is he in a room?
Yes.
So why is he not responding? You should knock him. Yes, let's continue. 3480. You are in the classroom and you are not responding. But I believe he understands. Okay. So year 2. Yes. So year 1. Somebody is knocking. Well, let's move on. Anyway, year 2. Okay. Oh, I'm wrong. No, hold on, let me check. Oh, yeah, right. Thank you. So 3-1. Yeah, so year two. Year two will be equal to, so the interest will be, it's all the time rate, which is 6 over what? 100, right? Times what? The new amount, which is what? 3180. So this is another way they will ask you questions. Yep. So expand it. So interest will be equal to, what is that? Let's see. I believe you're investigating.
Point
Mm-hmm.
190.8.
Yeah, 190.8. Okay. Okay. Right. So amount will be equal to 190.8 plus 3180, right? So amount to be equal to, what are you getting? I don't know if you are getting 3 point what 8. Okay. Okay. Hold on for a second. Okay. So now remember year two, he brought 3,000. Year one, he had some 180. So he added to his 3,000, he had 3180. Year two, he had another 190. So he added to his 3180, he's having 3370. But they said in year two, he was up short of funds, like he needed some cash urgently. So he went to the bank to withdraw 150 cedis, right? So year two, you have to write. So you do something like this. You can write new amount, okay, is equal to 3370.8 minus the amount he came to withdraw, which is 150 cedis. Okay, so what is that? Here withdraws 150. What is that, please? 33. No, sorry. It's, yeah, it's 320. 3220.8, right? Okay. So this is new amount. So remember, he doesn't own 3,370 anymore. He has come for 150. So this is your new amount. Just so you come to the bank to argue. All right. So year three. Remember, they said we should check for year three, meaning he was saving for 3 years. So year three, interest will be equal to 6 over what? Over 100 times his new amount. So that's why all the time you have to be attentive. His new amount is 322 what? 0.8, isn't it? Which is equal to yeah. So you can check out. Check and let me know, guys. One nine three point what?
248.
Yeah, 248. So amount will be equal to 193. You see, point. Oh, what's happening? 193. Guys, I'm coming. 193.248 plus 3,220. Okay, 0.8. Yeah. So amount to be equal to If you are not putting on your calculator, then you are lazy. Because even myself, I have a calculator here I'm doing to cross check. 3414 point what? 048. Now, ordinarily, this is the steps we'll go through. Let's go and read the question to know what exactly it wanted us to do. So it says find the compound interest at the end of the third year. Okay, so it's interested in compound interest. It's interested in compound interest. So we'll just say that compound interest will be equal to amount, right? Minus initial principal. You can use your own words by saying starting principal. So that'll be 3414. This is the amount at the end of the third year minus the starting principal is 3,000, right? What are we getting? Yeah. 414.0448. Right. Yeah, so that is it. Yeah, that is it. It's as simple as that. So I have a question for you. But before I take you to the question, okay, I want to see whatever I have to say. Okay, can you see from your screen? I've reduced the size because I want to scroll. I have a question. That same question, they can say that if they can say, instead of saying, oh, at the end of the year, a certain year, he went to withdraw money, they can tell you at the end of a certain year, he went to add some money because he's seen a lot of money. So, as typical of every woman, Oliver Twist wants what more. So he went to add some money. So watch. What if they say the same question? Friends deposited 3,000 cedis in a bank at 12% per annum compound interest. The same question. If at the end of the first year, he added 200 Ghana cedis. Okay. He went to add 200 Ghana cedis. Find the compound interest at the end of the third year. What would you do? If at the end of the first year, he went to add 200 Ghana cedis, what would you do? Let me check names. What would you do, please? What would you do? Claudia, Grace, what would you do?
You actually
Come again? Come again?
You add the 200 to this, the amount of the first year.
Yeah, so just go through the process. When you calculate for the amount at the end of year one, remember to add the 200 Ghana cedis what there. Add the 200 Ghana cedis what here. You see? And whatever you get is what you use for the subsequent step. Okay. Would you want to write? Please check among yourself if you want to write, because I have a question for you, please. Is it a no? Should I scroll for you? Is it a no or a yes?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now there is this question in Akiola that had some problem with the solution. I'm going to give you the question After solving, you go back home and you see that, oh, you spot where the error is coming from. Okay, let's go. Let's start. So I'm dictating. Where is this question? Yeah, just a moment, please. Just a moment. A trader, I'm dictating. A trader deposited 9,000 Ghana cedis in a bank. A trader deposited 9,000 Ghana cedis in a bank. At 7% per annum. A trader deposited 9,000 cedis in a bank at 7% per annum compound interest. At 7% per annum compound interest in 5 years. In 5 years. In 5 years, full stop. Hi, madam. Is everyone writing?
Yes, please.
Okay. If the trader withdraws 5,500 Ghana cedis. If the trader withdraws 5,500 Ghana cedis at the end of the 3rd year, calculate the amount at the end of the 5-year period. Calculate the amount at the end of the 5-year period. Calculate the amount at the end of the 5-year period. Okay, so I'm allowing you just a little time to do this, and then I can find out your solution. Do it, take a photo and send it to me on WhatsApp right now. So you use the same process. Yeah. All right, I've given you enough time. Okay, so let's see what you have there. Let me get back to the question. Let me debate about it. So for this question, I will not solve. We'll just be discussing the answer. Where did I pick it from? Okay, but madam, if you check, are they done or some are still on it?
Some are still on it.
Oh, okay. Ajua, are you done?
Almost.
Oh, okay. Then I still have to wait. Madam, in case you spot that they done or something, just or majority are not doing anything, you can prompt me, then we discuss.
Okay.
Hey.
Should we send it to your,
Come again?
should we like send it to your inbox?
Yes, yes. Take a shot and send it to me. Yeah, I would like to see how you're solving. So all of you, when you are done, just take a shot, then send it to me. Yeah. But let's hurry up, okay?
One question, was I supposed to round up
Mhm.
like the, was I supposed to round up the answers?
Leave it to 3 decimal places. It's fine. Leave it to 3 DP. That's if the number of points and
I
come
didn't
again.
round it.
No, don't round it up because the question never asked you to. Yeah, so don't round it up to whole number. Leave it to 3 DP. Worst case scenario, 2 DP. Yeah.
Oh, so like I should go back and like do everything again.
So I'm coming. I can use your case to advise. Is it that you rounded it from the start, I mean, to the finish? Like you rounded the number up and you were using for the solution?
No, I didn't round anything up.
Okay. So which part did you round up?
I didn't round anything up, but I'm asking if I should have rounded it up.
No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to. You can choose to write all the numbers after the decimal point, or you can choose to write in 3 decimal places. Do you understand? Did you get me? What you have to avoid is, okay, you said something, let me check. Oh, you said something, I was trying to check actually. Okay. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, I mean, your solution is very neat and yeah, presentable. Don't be crossing your 7. This is gambling, 7 used for gambling. Write your 7 as a student. Okay. All right, year 2. Okay, year 3. Okay, she sent another one. Yeah, 3. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So I checked the process. Everything is excellent. The number looks very familiar. Yeah, it looks very familiar. And what was the question? Find the amount. Okay, yeah. So you're good. Right. You're good. You're good. So all the time, avoid approximations. Okay. And I've seen your other solutions. I'll be reviewing them. So far, your presentation are always good. Oh, guys, you are taking so long. Let me check something. Patience. I have not received your solution. Grace, Frank, Cassandra, Claudia, Boahema, Prince, Anthony, Princess. In case you do not have data, don't worry. Okay, just signal Madam. Madam will just take a shot and send it to me. But make sure you write your name on top. Yeah, well, not necessarily you don't have data. Some of you, because of the network operators you are using, you may be out of connection. It doesn't mean you don't have data, right? So you can just signal Madam and she will just send a shot. Just write your name, then she'll send a shot. Or you can let your friend write your name, then your friend will take a picture, then will send it to me. I'll see your name on top. Yeah. Is it possible to pause the recording? Let me see something. I think it's possible. Oh, it's possible. Okay, so for the purpose of the lecture, okay. Yeah, but do I remember the question? Let me go and open our US work, Joa. So for the purpose of the recording, the trader deposited 9,000. The interest was 7% per annum compound interest. Okay, he did some withdrawal in year 3. Okay, so let's see. So for the purpose of the recording, year 1, what did you guys get as interest? Your steps are okay. Now I want us to verify the values if they are proper. So 7/100 times 9,000. Year 1, interest you had was 630. Okay. Then the amount will be equal to 9630. Okay. Year 2 will be year 2, the interest will be 674.1 Ghana cedis. So it will give you an amount of okay, I'm coming. An amount of what? 10304.1. Yeah. Then year 3, the interest, I just want to ensure we are all on the same page. The interest will be what? 721, right? 0.287, isn't it?
Yes.
Then the amount will be plus 10304.1. Yeah, the amount will be 11025.387, right? Now that was the year he did some withdrawal of 5,005. So you subtract, so you do one new amount to be equal to 11025.387 minus 5,005. What is the answer? 5525.387. Guys, are we on the same page? Then you come to year 4. Your interest will be 7 over 100 times 5525.387. So you end up getting 386.77709.
Yes.
Yeah. Then amount to be equal to that 386.77709 plus 5525.387. So you're now getting 5912.16409, right? Then year 5. Please, are we on the same page? The way you're silent. Okay. Year 5, the interest will be 7 over 100 times 5912.16409. So the interest will be equal to 413.8514863. You can approximate it here. But when you approximate to 3DP. So amount to be equal to 413.8514863 plus 5912.16409, which will give 6336.015576 Ghana cedis. When you check your textbook, you see that the value is flawed. Okay. All right. Now, in our next lecture, what I'll be discussing with you is this. Do you know they will tell you that, oh, the interest rate is 12% per year, but we'll be giving it to you every 6 months. They have that packages like that. They will tell you the interest rate is 12% for the whole year, but we'll be giving it to you every 6 months or every 3 months or every month. Okay, this is how they say at 12% per annum compound interest, compounded. This is how they say it. Just a moment, guys. Yeah. Compounded. This is how they say it. Compounded. I've ended the lecture actually. Compounded. So every 6 months they'll say semi. Yeah. They'll say semi-annually. Yeah. I think someone said it. Or sometimes added every 4 months, they'll say quarterly. Okay. Or added every month, they'll say monthly. How would you approach questions like this? This is what we'll be doing in our next lecture. Okay. Now, before we go on, I want to tell you something. The period, that waiting period before the interest is added. You see, when you take a whole year, that waiting period, then the interest is added. That period you have to wait, then the interest is added. We call that conversion period. Okay? Conversion period. So the wait period before interest is added to your capital or your principal. Any question, guys? Any question? You notice that we have a lot of things to do, but your practice test alone takes most of our time. So I don't know, sit as a group and introduce new timelines for a lecture. It may eat into your evenings, okay? Or it may eat into your closing time. Sit as students, okay? Sit as students that are ready to recite their exam and pass, okay? And deliberate on how best we can increase the time for studies. Gone were the days we used to meet in the nights to have all 9 lessons and all of that. But you know, life goes on. I get busy and I have to attend to other duties and all of that. This time I'm super tight, but not so tight for students or seekers. So sit as students, deliberate on how can we increase our timeline, because I have a lot of things to teach you. If you introduce new time, and I can be doing different topics with you in all courses, be it physics, chemistry, whatsoever. You understand? Core math, yes, all the subjects I teach. So sit as student and deliberate about that. It could be your other courses like general electives. That one I'll just have to speak with the teachers and they help you out. Okay. Do not forget, the school, I have rules. The rules are pasted on your walls. If you don't know the rules, you can visit my office. It's been pasted there. You ask for you ask for explanation to that. Do not break any of the rules because the consequences is adverse. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
All right. Have a great day. Elective maths, you guys should think about it. Madam, think about how you're going to plan everything and call me back. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. Yeah. How do I end this? Okay.